Hi boys and girls, it's Miss Megan with another read aloud for you, and I'm really excited to read this book to you because it is very similar to the last read aloud that I read to you all. It's very historical and it's very important to the history of the United States, and that focuses on three very important people, and that is Lewis and Clark and Sacagawea. Now, do any of you know those names from anywhere? Well, if you do not know who they are, Lewis and Clark were two American explorers. They were sent by the United States military way back in the 1800s, back when the United States had purchased a bunch of land. And after we had purchased all of that land, our military had sent these two men, Lewis and Clark, to explore this land. Now, Sacagawea, she was a beautiful Native American Indian woman with a baby who helped Lewis and Clark, the two explorers, try to find their way from the new land to the West Coast. So that is what the story is going to be about today. It's going to be about how these four individuals, Lewis, Clark, Sacagawea, and her baby, it's going to be about how they went on this amazing journey together to the West Coast. Are you ready to take our picture walk? Okay, let's get started with our picture walk. You see Sacagawea with her baby. You see Sacagawea and her son with Lewis and Clark. Okay, so that concludes our picture walk. Now, before we start reading The Crossing, read aloud, just keep in mind that this story is told from the viewpoint of Sacagawea's baby. So we will see through the eyes of the baby how this journey unfolds. So, are you ready? Let's get started. The Crossing by Donna Jo Napoli with illustrations by Jim Madsen. The Crossing. Rolled in rabbit hide, I am tucked snug in a cradle pack in the whipping cold of new spring. Wrapped up in rabbit hide. Roar, roar, grizzlies stand tall in my dreams. Wind catches the sail, swing and whoop. Over we go, Bea and ape and me, mother and father and babe. Splash, shiver, flit, flit, salmon sparkle in my dreams. Red cedars brush the air. Eagles float in clouds and blue of a never-ending sun-drenched sky, bleaching the cliffs white. Scream, hiss, cougars prowl in my dreams. Cougar. We slip round the bend of the waterfall. Not one, 5. They cascade power in the broiling heat. Bugle, bugle, elks romp in my dreams. Crude carts haul canoes and supplies over broken land through hailstorms. So they're hauling their canoes through the rain, thunderstorms, and hailstorm. We paddle against the current till Bea points out at Beaverhead Rock, her childhood home at last. Whoop, whoop, men dance, slip, slip. Ermines race in my dreams. Those are ermines. Up in the shining mountains, we find gifts, beads, and toys, and best of all, a new brother. Clip, clop, goats clamber up in my dreams. All the mountain goats clip and clopping up the mountain. Horses twist through mountain passes. Snow everywhere, food so scarce, stomachs so tight. Craw, craw, nutcrackers call in my dreams. So they're on horseback riding through the snowy mountains without food and very hungry on their trek to the west coast. Out of the mountains at last, we enter fierce lands, but no one is fierce with me. So these fierce lands means dangerous lands, but since he is a little baby, no one is fierce with him because he is very fragile and new to the world. Hush, hush, hands rock me sweet, warm in my dreams. Fire hollows pine into new canoes to float down river. Screech, screech, owls dive in my dreams. So they're fixing their canoe so they can float down river better with a hot fire and coals, just to hollow out the canoe more so the canoe is deeper. We glide for the first time with the current through canyons that hold rock paintings. So since they fixed their canoe, they can float better and glide down river much easier and safer. People on shore hail us down, smiling. Children wave. I grin back. Thump, thump, mule deer jump. Yelp, yelp, dog shiver in my dreams. Dry lands give way to rainforests. Storms roll the waters. We stop for weeks and eat roots. Quack, quack, tree frogs serenade in my dreams. So they stop their journey for a few weeks in the rainforest because there's plentiful food and water source. River again. River, river, then finally we build a winter camp on a slope. So they're building some housing on a slope to stay for the winter. The old chief speaks Chinook to the prisoner who speaks Shoshone, to Bea who speaks Hidatsa, to Ape who speaks French, to his friend who speaks English. Chop, chop, axes cut logs. Sing, sing, quick tongues make friends in my dreams. So all of these men are getting to know each other over the campfire. They all speak different languages. They're all together on a journey. It rains and rains and rains. Ape and Bea and I go to the stinking lake, the huge Pacific, and peek through the bones of a whale. All the whale bones. Squish, squish, toes dig sand into my dreams. We tried dugouts against the mighty spring current. The current wins, so we buy horses and ride. So their canoe had hit rocks and had gotten destroyed in the currents, so they had to find a new transportation source. So they bought horses. Buzz, buzz, I chase bees in my dreams. We wait while snow melts and spring comes, even to these high mountains. Then we cross once more. Snap, snap. Monkey flowers smell musky in my dreams. Summer heat tires us. Horses get stolen overnight and no one saw a thing. Their horses got stolen, so now they have no more transportation. Clump, clump. I ride horses in my dreams. Once on the plains, we build dugouts and ride the river past rosy boulders. Leap, leap. I climb cliffs in my dreams. So they built a new canoe, which is called a dugout. So they're riding their dugout / canoe through the river. One river empties into another and carries us home, where Bia sets me down to run and climb and jump for real. Hooray, hooray! I run free, always and forever, in my dreams. Okay, boys and girls, so that was our read aloud, The Crossing, of how Sacagawea and her baby have helped the pioneers Lewis and Clark. This book is very important not only to our history, but it is important to understand the struggles that people back way in the 1800s had to face to travel. You know, we had seen them walking on foot, on horses, and in canoes, or how they called them, dugouts. And how long it took them to travel. You know, they did not have airplanes to fly hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and thousands of miles in the course of one day. You know, this historic journey had taken them months to complete. So I think it was very important to relay that message to you. I hope you enjoyed this book, and I have one question for you. My question is, if you were in Sacagawea's shoes or in Lewis and Clark's shoes, do you think you could travel weeks and weeks and weeks across the country on foot? Let me know. Have a great day, guys. Thank you.